Well, now that COVID's over, there's probably not a more important subject in our country right now except housing. We don't have enough housing for anybody. So that's why when we have a national problem like that, like COVID, the government comes in and puts trillions of dollars into it, to try to solve the problem. Well, that's just what housing is going to be looking like soon. And it is now. I mean, so much money. And actually, they're using a lot of the COVID money that the states and local governments haven't spent yet. They're using that for housing because that's important. Now, here's the kinds of things that you want to know about because there's dozens and dozens and dozens of programs, no matter where you live in this country. So if somebody says, a rent program, oh, no, we ran out of money. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter if somebody tells you there's no more money. That's only for that program. It's like saying you went to one place to look for a job and say, oh, no more jobs. That doesn't mean there's no more jobs. There's just no more jobs there. The same way with housing. Now, here, I got a bunch of programs, a sample of the kinds of programs all around the country. So you have to see what's available where you live, okay? And that takes some work on your side. But here's some examples I want to show you, the kinds of things that are out there. Because the problem is you don't know what to ask for. This is why we're the question mark soup. The answers aren't easy. The questions are hard. Okay. Now here's the one in Massachusetts. What they have a separate office, and for everybody in Massachusetts called, the Housing Assistance, Emergency and Long-Term Help. And when you look at that, you go down and say, okay, emergency shelter for people facing homelessness, assistance and guidance for people facing eviction, okay, short-term and long-term support paying rent and utilities. All that, one stop. Now, again, you're going to go there and they may have money or not. Then you have to keep going there because there's so many other programs. It depends on where you live. Now, look at Grand Rapids. Oh, this is not really housing, but it's really for people that can't pay a house. That means they probably don't have a car either. So they can't go and get a job or care for their family or everything. So what Grand Rapids doing? Listen to this. This is cool. They're giving you electronic vehicles you could rent for $5 an hour. It's really for low-income people. They give them a bicycle. No, they get an electronic vehicle. Now, what could be better than that? So that's the kinds of things you have to see. Hey, what do we have where I live? Okay, a place to look for that for transportation problems. Now, your city is going to have all kinds of help for transportation, whether money to buy a car or fix your car or drive you somewhere, whatever, from volunteers, all kinds of things. Go to findhelp.org and look under transportation. Findhelp.org. Okay, I'm going to mention that a lot because that's a great place to start looking for nonprofit organizations and government offices. Okay, now Kent County, this is an interesting thing. Renters who are struggling to keep up on payments have a place to catch up. Okay, they're taking applications if you have back rental payments. Okay, so this is, oh sure, it's one city, but this is that you have to check your city, your county, your state, nonprofits where you live to see what's going on. They're taking the applications are starting Thursday and ending in June, and this is just 2 days ago it came out. So that's what it is. That comes and goes. It comes and goes. And if it's gone already, then you have to look at somewhere else. Where do you look? You start with findhelp.org and put in rent or housing or whatever you're thinking of. Now here, look at what New York is doing. They're putting a new emergency rental program. $95 million, okay? $95 million. And you know what that's going to for? 73,000 people owe something like, what is the number here? $500 million of back rent. 73,000 people. $500 million back rent. And so they're getting this new program to pay for back rent for people. See, the COVID is not over. The stimulus checks aren't over. They're just called something else. That's why. And they're still stimulus checks because, see, they're giving you a grant to pay your rent because that stimulates the economy and keeps you housed. Because if you are not housed, then you have a bigger problem for society to try to handle. Okay, so that's another one. See, there's about 9 of these here I have for you. Okay, here's a local government nonprofits in Oregon got $60 million. Okay, listen, 140 nonprofit organizations are getting money from this $60 million grant to give the people like you if you have trouble paying rent, okay? See? 160 people. different organizations to get this money from. 140 million people for $60 million. Okay. See, it's a numbers game. It's not a one place. And that's what happens. People stop. You can't stop from doing anything. You're not going to get anything done because there's always going to be a roadblock. There's always going to be a pebble in the road or whatever. So you have to just train yourself to be resilient to get over that little stuff. Because once you start doing it and you get over it, hey, I solved that problem. Maybe I could solve the next one, even though it's a little difficult. Yes, that's how you do it. Here's $9 million for people for affordable housing grants. Okay, now this is up in Washington State, and it's actually for you to be a real estate investor. They have $9 million to give you a grant as long as you use the money to build housing for low income people. Right? You want to be a real estate fat cat or whatever? Here, the government's going to give you a grant to do it. So that's what you want to do. See, all kinds of neat opportunities already. Anywhere there's a crisis, there's opportunities. And the opportunities are there, and we throw money at stuff, and you got to be there to catch it and know where it is. Now, this is interesting. Consumerfinance.gov. They help you paying rent and bills. Now, what they also down here you want to know about help you fight eviction. So if you get a notice about being evicted, you go to these sources and get free legal help to fight that, because you can probably get rid of it. And another place besides this, consumerfinance.org, you go to justshelter.org. Just, J-U-S-T, shelter, S-H-E-L-T-E-R. I flunked English in college, so don't trust me on spelling. .org. Make sure that, and you get free legal help. But get this article here, because it also tells you your legal rights as a renter. That's what you want to know. And how to fight rent, bill collectors. When they're trying to, landlord hires somebody to collect the rent for you, you're protected in the law. There's a lot of things that they're doing illegally, but you don't know. So you get that, for sure. And there's free legal help to do that. And there's an 800 number here to call the federal. So even their utility company hires some torpedo from Detroit who's going to come out and say, I'm going to break your kneecaps if you don't pay. Yeah, you don't have to put up with that nonsense. We're in there. Okay, but here's a very interesting part in here too. So you want to look at this in the description below, because I have a link to all these things. And it tells you about the errors in your tenant screening reports. And you could look at those and fix them. Because in other words, you fill out an application to get a rent, and they have a pre-screening form for you to fill out. That means they're checking on you. And there's a lot of probably bad stuff in there that shouldn't be there. It's there by accident, or it's along whatever. And so here's how to find that stuff and how to fix it. And that's, I think, worth a gold mine in itself. Okay. Here's another one for real estate investors. Okay. Philadelphia, get affordable housing for seniors and raising grandchildren. And what they're doing for seniors, have nice houses to raise grandchildren, because that's what we're doing a lot in life. A lot of parents aren't really up to the program and doing this. So the grandparents are stepping in, and they need housing for that. Okay. They're building new housing for grandparents to raise grandchildren, and they're giving grants to do it. That's another opportunity to become a real estate investor and help people have housing that's very low rent for them. Okay. And I think I got one more for you here. Okay. Temporary rental assistance. Okay. This is a program that ends in June, but the application opens every month on the 15th of the month. So if you pass the 15th of March already, April, there'll be 15, then maybe 15. I think June is the last 15. Then it's open for a few days. Boom, then it's gone. Okay. So that's why you have to be there ready to catch the ball when it comes to you. You got to know where the ball is. And that's what we do at Let's Go Help, is telling you all about these things. Now, whether you use us or a place, if it doesn't make sense for you to join us, then go to Let's Go. No, that's if you want to give me money. But if you don't want to give me money, then start by going to free findhelp.org. Findhelp.org. Also call your elected official. Call your local library. They'll do research for you. And they won't charge you anyway. We're going to charge you money. And what we do with our money is not only help everybody, members help everybody. This is a community of members helping members about how to take advantage of all the programs that are out there. So if you have never done this before, you can talk to our members live. Really, they're online live to help tell you and share how they've got this money. So you don't have to believe me. The guy dresses like a clown and screams at you. No, talk to somebody who's just like you. And just a month or two they had no idea what the hell this stuff was. So if that's where you are, that's why I think they can help you a lot better than are. And then they're almost there, almost every day now, helping you. And we also give grants. That's another thing. We give out over $75,000 every month back to members that you could use to solve financial problems in your life. $75,000. I thought I'd never do that. So let me help you too, please. That's all I want to do for the rest of my life, is because it opens my heart. Every time I could show somebody some way to solve a financial problem and show them love that this country has for you. Doesn't feel like that sometimes. I feel that way too, but there are good things. So let me show you.